My name is Bill Case. I am the Assistant Director of the Black Cultural Center, and I would like to welcome you to our Fall Performing Arts Ensemble Showcase, Black Joy, Dark, Delightful, and Indispensable. Before we begin, there's a couple of things I'm going to ask of you. The first is going to be, if you got one, please go ahead and take it out. And go ahead and start putting that joint on silence, if you would. And I'm going to share a couple other things with you. Then I'm going to get out of the way. First of all, I know most of you are here to see family and friends. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is if you would please, if you have a camera and you want to take pictures, please do. But please make sure that you do not use a flash. You can see we're about 5 feet up in the air. And if I'm to jump, I'll be like 5.5 feet in the air. And that would blind me and I will fall off the stage, and we don't want anyone to get hurt. So please, no flash photography. The last thing I'm going to share with you is that when you came in, hopefully, you received the program. Secondly, you received an evaluation. I'm going to ask you, if you would please, at the end of the show, to go ahead and take about 15, 20, 30 seconds and fill that out for us, please. It helps us to understand what you thought of the show, and it helps us in crafting what we do in the future. If you would fill that out and hand it off to Black Thought Collective, who gave it to you in the first place, we would very much appreciate that. And with that said, I think I'm going to get off the stage and let you enjoy Black Joy, Dark, Delightful, and Indispensable, a celebration of blackness in its fullness. Enjoy.
James Baldwin once said, "To be black and conscious in America is to be in a state of constant rage." Joy must be like a far-off island then to those of us who find ourselves black, conscious, and entrenched in American higher education. My name is Chanel Beebe, the scholar in residence for the Black Thought Collective, and because of this, I get to meet weekly with black conscious students to discuss their perspective of their reality. We talk about police shootings, classmates who touch their hair, classes that omit the contributions of African Americans, and the latest music and dance trends that relate to our perspectives. We have discussed almost everything, and I can say confidently that no matter how much anger and disgust arises from our conversations, every meeting is decorated almost excessively with laughter. From inside jokes to healthy doses of sarcasm, we use our meetings to not only translate our concerns into research projects, but we've done so while laughing and enjoying our blackness. Our skin, our mind, our heritage, and our sense of humor has evolved into a sort of sarcastic scholarly resistance that unites us. Thus, it is with joy and a bit of mischievous pride that I present to you the Black Thought Collective video. We've attempted to showcase our research interest into a made-up newscast. Though the newscast is fake, the news is real. And as you watch, I'll ask you to consider what experiences would inspire such a reporting, and appreciate the joy that we found in sharing our experiences.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee with the T, and I am the Black Thought Collective Coordinator, bringing you the color-coded news of the day. Up first, we have Tasha and Rita with the weather.
Thank you, Dee. In today's chilly climate, students seem to be flocking to the BCC for more than just free food. Rita Freeman is live on the ground with more details. What's happening out there, Rita?
It's so windy here, Tasha. There are microaggressions flying everywhere. White people touching hair, claiming all lives matter. It's nuts.
What? I thought we already knew all lives matter.
Yep, they do. But black lives are significantly less protected, and it's evident within the climate I'm witnessing right now.
Well, how are students dealing with the windshield?
I'm seeing all kind of mean mugs, lack of social engagement, and feeling generally disrespected.
Wow, that sounds cold, but it doesn't look all bad out there.
Nope. Students are braving the cold and getting creative, flocking to the BCC, hanging out by the tree, and connecting with Black Purdue by the masses.
Wow, that sounds intense. How long has the campus climate been this way?
Well, by the looks of it, just about 150 years.
That's a long time.
Yes, but the BCC has been open for about 50 years now, so we made some progress.
That's good to hear.
I just hope these microaggressions disappear soon, because it seems like there's just symptoms of a larger systematic injustice.
More on that on the next broadcast. Thanks, Rita. Back to you, Dee.
Thank you, Tasha and Rita. Up next, we have Drew with the Do. He will be bringing you the politics of the day.
Hello everyone. Tonight we'll be talking about Trump. And no, I'm not happy about it either. Trump's campaign committee recently released an ad that conjectured that the caravan of refugees seeking asylum from Honduras are filled with brutal criminals, much like a Mexican man who killed 2 police officers in California. This ad is full of inaccuracies, makes so many claims without evidence that it's honestly just insane, and furthers the racist rhetoric that has been rampant throughout Trump's entire tenure as president so far. So basically business as usual. What is not business as usual is that even Fox News pulled the ad after airing it only a dozen or so times because of just how explicitly racist this is. Now, it very well could be that Fox News higher-ups decided they actually care about not dehumanizing immigrants. Or, another option is that this ad is just so completely offensive and racist that if they continued to air it, they would not be able to hide behind the guise of plausible deniability any longer. After all, closeted racist organizations and individuals need to be able to distance themselves from their racist statements. This ad is so clearly offensive and easily refutable that they may not be able to do that if they had continued to air it. And what a shame that would be. Back to you, Deandra.
Thank you, Drew. Up next, we have Nick and Josh bringing you the Black Excellence sports events of today.
Thanks, Dee. In sports today, former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick was featured in a new commercial for Nike's 30th year anniversary. Even though he was a starting quarterback in the 2013 Super Bowl, Kaepernick is most notable for his protest and activism. Kaepernick infamously kneeled during the playing of the national anthem in multiple NFL games. He cited oppression of black people and police brutality as the reasons for why he kneeled. Kaepernick also donated over $1 million to multiple charities and started his own Know Your Rights campaign for multiple youth. Kaepernick is a true testament of an athlete who deeply cares about his community and is nothing short of awe-inspiring for the way he tries to help them. On to you, Nick.
Appreciate it, Joshua. Another positive brother doing good things in the community is LeBron James. We also know that he does good things on the court, but off the court, LeBron James this summer just opened up the I Promise School. The I Promise School isn't just a school for underprivileged children in Akron, it also serves as a food pantry for the underprivileged children and their families. Their parents also can get jobs and also complete their high school education if it wasn't already completed. Each kid who goes to the school upon graduation from the school gets paid tuition to go to Akron University, and they also get a bike and they get a helmet to ride safely back to school in a 2-mile radius. So basically LeBron James is doing great things on and off the court. So between LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick, we have a lot of positive brothers in the sports world doing great things. Back to you, Dee.
Thank you, Nick and Josh. That concludes our color-coded news of the day. Have a nice one.
As you can see from this video, our research topics span the Black experience widely. Why and how all lives don't matter, the prevalence of 45 and Kanye, and even the influence of Black athletes on and off the court are all topics that we are eager to address. In the lobby, you passed a research poster that has more about our research projects, and after the show, Black Thought Collective members will remain on stage to answer any questions you might have about our research or our goals. Next semester, some of our research will be available on the new Black Thought Collective website, and we will even be starting a podcast entitled The Clapback that will bring our conversations to the larger campus. It's been an honor to be a part of such an incredible group, and even more of an honor to see Black joy and Black consciousness spread across this campus. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the show.
We can't really tell you the anger, anxiety, and stress that we feel every day at these seemingly nonstop violations and offenses that are taken against us somewhere in this country daily. But it is very real.
Many of us are suffering from PTSD-like symptoms, and those privileged not to endure these aggressions have no idea that we've ever even gone to war.
It is really difficult to explain to you. And frankly, we're sick of trying. So if you don't get it by now, we can't expect you to. So be it.
We're only sharing this now as a contrast as to what shall be shared here today.
Though we are literally battling for our lives and left to pursue our happiness, we create spaces, time, and experiences that combat the daily oppositions against our very existence.
It is this vile and unrighteous pain that we so formidably endure that makes much of our joy truly and uniquely Black. And so we present to you Black joy, dark, delightful, and indispensable.
My mother once said that Black people speak exclusively in hyperboles and understatements. One could never determine the scale of the things that were said. A bunch of overdramatic minimalists who thrived in euphemisms and unclear idioms. Now, this is not a negative or a complaint, but rather an endorsement of the flavor of Black conversation, of the life that is breathed into a spoken interaction between two ebony characters, a real-world application of the high highs and the low lows that's experienced by Black people in this real world. An exclamation of, "Food so good makes you want to slap your mama," would not be remiss in a good-natured gathering. And if you come to the joint starving and they ask you, "Do you want some food?" you might say, "I could eat." And as we are bathed in the joy of Black peoples tonight, I implore you, keep an ear out for the imaginative words that you'll hear. Craft an image in your mind of the disproportionate lives that we lead. And hold on to the joy that'll come in the morning.
your mama from Georgia come up with a name like that?
So, Mom says that the woman that delivered me was an African woman. She and Mom had been talking while my mother was in labor. She didn't know what to call me if I was a girl. She had a boy's name. Anyway. The nurse said she'd know what to call me when I was born, okay? Apparently, I came out of the womb screaming. I mean, they didn't have to hit me or anything. So the nurse said I had a powerful voice, and my mom asked if there was an African word for that, and that's how I got my name.
So your mama named you Powerful Speaker, and my mom just called me a dick.
Your name's Richard.
What do they call people named Richard?
I don't hardly think your mother was...
The brothers always call me Rich. But my first day in college, my roommate calls me a dick. See, you laughing, but that shit wasn't funny. I told the boy my name was Rich, and he just goes, "Oh, dude, I'm Jason. Oh, dick man, I think we're gonna have a blast." Just fucked up my whole understanding. 4 years of white people calling me a dick.
Well, at least they could pronounce your name. You wouldn't believe how bad people can mess up 3 letters.
Ah. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Rich, stop it.
Stop what?
Stop this. I told you, I just need some time.
I know you said. You've been saying for
Then
days
if you know,
now.
stop freezing me out like this.
I'm not freezing you out.
Yes, you are.
God.
Every day this past week, you've invited me to come over. I come over, and then we don't talk. I ask you questions, you mumble something at me, and that's the end of the conversation.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand why you don't want to be with me.
I never said that.
You don't want to move in here. You never
I
want to
never
stay
said
night.
that either. All I said is I need some time with the idea. I've been thinking.
Yeah?
I have.
And?
I'm still thinking.
You're a hard woman. You just gonna keep me dangling? Look, I'll stop being moody if you promise to give me an answer before the apocalypse.
I can do that.
I see her smile, despite the negativity around her enveloping her skin, attempting to hide her beauty. But her smile shakes it. Her teeth shine bright against her skin, and her genuine smile is a protest. Her upturned lips, dark and glistening, move to reveal more teeth. Her cheek muscles widen her face, and somehow her smile tells me that this is a revolution. In a world so bleak, so pessimistic, so violent, her demeanor is defiant. Her joy juxtaposes her environment, and her smile shines.